Oh, it's Top Dice. Hi all, and welcome to Top Dice. Today, I'm just going to be doing a bit of an unboxing, so to speak, on a game I had printed at Lulu.com, which has proved to be quite successful. Now, if you're interested in these videos, please don't forget to click like and also please subscribe. The more we can actually sort of get on the subscription side, the wider we can actually sort of spread. My name's Aid, and I've been a gamer now for quite some time. In fact, since the 70s, and I've got a lot of favourite games. And one of my favourite games is Mutant Chronicles. Now, Mutant Chronicles has been, uh, it's gone through several incarnations over the years. It started off with Heartbreaker Hobbies. There was a couple of editions of that, and then it was picked up by Modipus, and a 2D20 version was released, which is quite different to the other two. Now, I'm not going to get into which version, editions, etc., are better than any others. Whichever one works for you is the best one. The one for me that works is very definitely first edition. That's the one that I picked up originally and loved. And I've been trying to get a copy of it now for quite some time and have been unsuccessful. I did have a PDF of it. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to get a copy printed. And I've used Lulu for doing this. Now, took a bit of doing. I had to upload the actual PDF file, and then it wanted me to design a cover. And it also wanted me to sort of go through loads of options in between, as in quality of print, type of paper, color, not color. So what I've done is I've gone for the basic version, just to see what it was actually like as an example, because all I'm after was a hard copy of the actual game. I find it much easier to use than I do a PDF. I find using PDFs quite awkward, actually. So that's just one of my follables. Again, everybody's got their own way of doing it. So what does it look like? This is what it actually sort of looks like. Now, I designed the cover. You can see it's jet black, the cover. I've gone with a matte finish on Lulu. I thought that would suit. You can have a gloss one if you wanted. The gloss one might have been quite interesting, actually. However, I went with this version of it, the actual matte one. Now, interestingly, I know it's first edition, but I do like the new logo that came out from Modipus, so I used that on the front cover as part of the design on that. Um, on the spine, quite simply, Mutant Chronicles, the core rules. That's basically what it is, and it is the first edition version, as I'll show you in a second on this one. But on the back, again, another logo that I actually quite like, which is a Warzone one. Warzone is actually the miniatures version of it, which isn't too bad. This, I believe, is now out of print as well, the actual Warzone game of this version of it, but that's by and by. And a bit of blurb there, which, again, I pulled off the internet in respect to it, which is just a bit of background about what it's all about. So, how does it look? Well, I went for the black and white version. You can go for color, and I went for the cheaper print. Okay, so I wasn't expecting too much from it. However, it's not too bad. The print I wouldn't sort of say is amazing, but it's certainly given me a copy of the game that I can very, very much use. Um, it has been out of print for goodness knows how long, this particular version. Um, it's I can't remember the last time I actually owned a copy. It's quite a few years ago anyway. And unfortunately, the copy I had ended up with loads of pages coming loose and falling out of it, which was a bit of a pain. So this is what I've actually got now. Now, as I sort of said, I've gone with a black and white version. So there were quite a few color pages actually in this. And they obviously have been reproduced now in black and white. Um, Now, some of the color pages, I'll be quite blunt with you. They've lost a little bit off the side there, but it literally is just the end of it. So again, that's one of those things. But the art is all there. But the actual game side, everything is actually there that you could possibly want. It's got all the stats, everything there on that front. All the words are there on that. The character generation is complete, so you've got all the things you could possibly sort of need there. You've got details basically. Oh, you've got details there of the cathedrals and how that actually sort of works. Templars, technology, got various dark technology, the necro technology, the various nasty weapons that sort of come about through that. Dark symmetry. You've got all the tables; they're all there. Everything is absolutely fine in it and very, very usable. There's the character sheet at the back, and you can download those anyway. And it's even got even included at the back, the back page actually of the actual game itself, the actual back cover, and you've got the front cover as well. Now, normally, obviously, as I said, this would be in full color, and you can print it in full color if you wish. Costs extra, but overall, including prints and postage and everything else, as it actually stands, it was about £17. So an absolute bargain for me as far as I'm concerned. It is an out of print game. It's not one that you can actually sort of pick up and get anymore, brand new, and it's not been available for many, many years. So that was my reasoning actually behind it. But it's a great way of actually getting this sort of thing on your shelf and looking pretty darn good actually. That is a fine cover that. I love the black and the logo. It works really, really well. I'd actually sort of say it's better than the original one. I will be using and I do actually own the 2D20 version of it, and I also own the Savage Worlds version of it currently. Might actually part with the Savage Worlds one actually going forward. That's quite a collector's item now, I believe. But the source books actually for 2D20 were absolutely amazing. So I will be using those in conjunction with this. I will be running it. I'm looking forward to it. And I know there's quite a few people actually who subscribe to this channel who actually played in my Mutant Chronicles game back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and really enjoyed it. So it will be coming back to the table, will this? And I've got the Siege of the Citadel game with all the various miniatures in to actually enhance it. So we'll have a bit of a tabletop fest actually with it too. So it's good to get an old friend back. It really, really is. Now, wouldn't suggest in any way, shape, or form that if something is still in print, that you actually sort of get this, but it's handy to use for any old out of print games. And like I said, you could go with the soft cover one. A soft cover version, I think, would cost you about 12, 13 quid post, something like that. Not much. You go with full color, all would add up. If you went for full colour, sort of top of the range version of this, it probably cost you about 25 quid. But then again, in the grand scheme of things, a game book these days is costing you what, 35 quid easy. So absolute bargain that. It will get some use. Okay, the print quality I would sort of say is average, but certainly very usable. It's very readable. It's easy to look at, and yeah, I'm loving it. So I would sort of say first look on this one, um, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It looks really good. I know it's one I've designed myself, so it's a bit of a thing that I suppose. And the actual print quality inside, I'd say maybe 6.5 out of 10. It's certainly usable. It's great. It ticks the boxes. Okay, it's not as glamorous as a lot of the newer full color D&D or Modipus style games. But yeah, I'm loving it. Ticks the boxes. Thank you very much. Okay, right. That's it from me on this particular one. I hope you found that particularly useful, and we'll catch you again soon. Thank you very much. Remember to click subscribe and see you soon. Bye bye.